Let's go. Come on. Tonight, it's Live with Vince Eliot. Live with Vince Eliot. Tonight on Live with Vince Eliot, recipient of the Golden Buzzer on America's Got Talent, it's the artistic director of the Detroit Youth Choir, Anthony White. And keeping the show on track, co-host Erica Mack. Erica Mack. Who's the Mack? Let's get it.
I'll take that.
Yeah, welcome to another episode of Live with Vince Eliot. Of course, I am the one, the only, no calm down, it's really me, Vince Eliot. And
she is, she is hot, Erica Mack.
And she is Erica Mack. I thought you wanted to say that. I thought you wanted to say that in third person. Anyway, welcome to another week, Lord. We are so happy and grateful that you guys are joining us. You know what to do. Erica, remind them just in case they don't know what to do.
Absolutely, viewers. We want to remind you that you go onto YouTube and to go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to The Vince Eliot. That is on YouTube. Please go and subscribe, and not only subscribe, but like and share, because sharing is caring and liking gives us views that we need. And we need you to go ahead and like us. So please do so.
I want to be liked.
Right.
Everybody wants to be liked. Well, listen, today, we got another great show, of course, and we have a guest that has been with us before, but he has new information. Big announcement, warning, big announcement. So go ahead and tell your family and friends to jump on, because we've got Mr. Anthony White of the Detroit Youth Choir here with us, and he's not talking about America's Got Talent this time. He's talking about something even bigger announcement. That's right. He's going to share that with us today. And so, Erica, it's been a whole 7 days since we were here before. How was your week?
Week was great. I kind of went by, I guess, kind of fast or whatever the case. Hey, tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. You know what that is?
Yeah, for all of us Irish people. Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh. I am. That's my last name, right?
Uh-huh.
But guess what? Tomorrow's my anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got married on St. Patrick's Day. I did not know that.
I didn't know it until it happened. But
wow.
I love it. Like it was such a surprise in understanding that, oh yeah, today is St. Patrick's Day. We're getting married. Everybody's like, was your wedding green? No, it wasn't, because I didn't realize it. But yeah, nothing too shabby going on. Something's in my eye. Yeah, bowled pretty good. Our tea was, we were in position round. We took all the points on that. So we really needed those
Wow.
points. So that was really good. And I beat
Wow.
my team members. And you know how guys are. They don't like to be beat. But yeah.
Did you
So,
bowl
yeah.
two anything?
212, 235, and like I don't want to talk about the other one.
All
But
right.
we did it.
I'm gonna have to get back out, get my ball and shoes and dust them off, and get my game tight, because if we happen to run into each other's bowling alley, I got to be ready, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to live it down if you beat me a little bit, maybe, but if you spank me, oh man, I'm just done.
That was
So
one of
anyway.
my team members. He just like, I can't believe it. I can't let you do this to me again. Like, I beat you every week. Get over it. So.
Well, listen, tomorrow may be St. Patrick's Day, but today is my 21-year-old son's birthday.
Yes,
That's
you have an adult kid.
Yeah, Cody David, he can go and celebrate with a Verner's or something, because a ginger
Cody.
beer, a ginger beer, a ginger beer. There you go.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah, but he's got, we got some family over celebrating right now as we speak. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're eating up all the food while I'm here with you guys, because you guys matter more to me as far as the food, not my son's birthday, but you know what I mean. I will be up there to celebrate, to eat some of the dessert and all of that. Anyway,
happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. So I don't want to get in the way, because I know Erica's got some little cranky, crazy, I don't know, kind of story.
I think they're more heartfelt today.
Is that right?
Yes. And viewers would appreciate it. If they don't, I do. That's why I picked them.
All right. Well, let's see what you got. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know these stories. I hear them for the first time when you hear them. So without further ado, in other news.
And now for news you may or may not be able to use. News other than Trump, COVID, or civil unrest. It's In Other News. Live from one of our remote studios, it's news anchor Erica Mack.
Great. Welcome back to another fantastic week of In Other News. This story here, it's touching because I've worked with high-risk students and things like that. But this particular principal in Indianapolis had a student in middle school who refused to go to class because he was so upset about a haircut that he received. And so he was actually, let me take that back. He was in class and they was asked to remove his hat. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. And just was, giving the teacher the third degree. And so he got sent to the principal's office, and the principal took the moment to actually find out why he wouldn't remove the hat. It was all because he received a haircut that he wasn't satisfied with. And it's little things like that causes students to act out in school, and, just situations like that. But this principal went a little bit further and talked to him and just said, hey, if I give you a haircut, clean you up, will you take the hat off and go back to class? And so the student said, yeah. And so the principal actually he went home, got his clippers,
wow,
fixed the kid's hairline. The kid apologized and went back to class, and, just went from there. But the principal had posted it and it went viral. And the reason he posted it was he just was trying to say to his fellow educators, like, hey, sometimes we have to take a step and not just assume that the kid is being disobedient or insubordinate. And so that kid, went back to class, and all is well. And just know that cultivating that relationship, that principal, how much positivity he applied to that student's life that he wouldn't even know necessarily. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Hats off, pun intended. Hats off to the principal, because he had the young man take his hat off. And I often see stories where people just apply the law without, putting any human thought into it. And so there's an example where somebody actually did. Great story. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, you're new to this. In other news, as you may have heard in the opening of it, we don't talk about Trump, COVID or politics or civil unrest. We want to give you some news that you're probably not going to see on your 7 or 8 o'clock, whatever time comes on, 11 o'clock news. But quick shout out to Gerald Johnson and Kimya for joining us. Go ahead with your second story.
And our next story says a Miami janitor who quietly fed thousands of people. And she said the reason she does it is love. And so this part-time janitor in Miami cooks 1,000 meals a week for the hungry since the pandemic started. So every week she cooks 1,000 meals for
Wow.
people who are hungry. And so her name is Dora Mize, and she's from Haiti, but she lives in Miami, which we know that that's a large Haitian population among other populations. But she's 60. She's a 60-year-old widow. She works part-time as a janitor at one of the technical schools, and she walks to work or she takes the bus. And on Thursdays and Fridays, she borrows the church's bus to go grocery shopping, to get food, to go back to the kitchen and cook, and to pass out to those who are in need. And so she does this. She's done this every week since the pandemic has started. And, she said people come and they come like after the process, and they just like, they're hungry and like they beg like, hey, can I please have some food and stuff like that. And so she said, she never turns anyone away. She just go ahead and she makes sure that they have something to eat. And with the support of the church and volunteers, they help pass out the food. But she cooks the meals herself individually for every person.
And who pays for the food again?
She gets it through donations. She uses her money, and everything else is volunteer. So people have like chipped in to start helping, and mainly like her church family, because this was her vision. They got around her and they helped support this vision. So that was the blessed part for the people. But the more blessed part for her was that they knew that she did not have a car, and the community came together and helped purchase her a car.
Nice. No car note. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Well, you know what, Erica, you redeemed yourself. I mean, you come back with two heartfelt stories, and not some of these crazy stories like my man going around cutting lawns in all 50 states. So yeah, I like those stories. Anyway, let's move on because we want to save plenty of time for our guests tonight. I just want to remind you guys to like, share, hit the notifications bell, and get ready to ask your questions and make your comments. Gerald has already asked a question. We're gonna give that question to Mr. White when he comes on. So
we'll post that information for you, Gerald, during the show. So just stay tuned.
Yep. So we're gonna get right into it right in just about another 2 minutes. Short break right after this. Hey everybody, Vince Eliot saying thank you for tuning in. Real quick, I wanted to invite you to become partners with us and contribute to our success. Our success is your success. One way that you can do that is by subscribing to our YouTube page, The Vince Eliot. Click on the notification so that you are notified when we go live or upload new content. Secondly, please share this broadcast with your family, friends, contacts, Craig and them, Cud and them. Share with everybody. Lastly, you can contribute to the success of the broadcast with a financial contribution of only $1.25 a week, $5 a month, or $60 contribution for the year by using the Cash App information that's on the screen, $Live with Vince Eliot. So thank you for helping us to bring information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs to the world. Oh. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Vince Eliot. Listen, if you or someone you know has information, education, inspiration, motivation, even if they can bring the fun and you think they would be a great fit for Live with Vince Eliot, we are always looking for interesting guests with interesting topics, whether they're in the arts or whether they're doing some form of business. We want to hear from you. All you got to do is contact us at thevinceeliot@gmail.com. You never know, you could be our next guest. You know when you hear that music, you know what time it is. No, it's not time for me to do my dance break. I know y'all want me to do my dance break, but I'm not going to do it. And Lil V's not coming on. So listen, I want to let you guys know who's here today. His name is Mr. Anthony White, and he is here today. Now, you saying, who is Anthony White? Some of you know who he is. You may have heard of him from the America's Got Talent, where he brought, I don't know how many was it, Erica? Like 52 students all the way to LA, and they turned it out and represented Detroit like no other. So yeah, I want to just, give him the floor, give him a chance to come on, because today we're not even talking about the whole America's Got Talent deal. He's got a big announcement, and we're going to talk about that and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Mr. White, I see you in the background, but I don't see you in the background. So, yeah, there he is. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Anthony White. There he is.
Hello, sir.
You hear the crowd in the background? They might not be coming through on your mic, on your thing. Yeah, that's my fans. They're screaming for you. We can hear you. Yes, sir.
All
yeah,
right.
you got a good mic check. Check 1, check 2. So, welcome to the show once again, man. We appreciate having you on. We had a great time last time. Seemed like the time flew by, but we had to bring you back on again because there are a lot of great things going on. So before we even get into that, I always like to give you the floor for a few seconds to say whatever you want to say to the viewers. Go for it.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone that supports our organization, the Detroit Youth Choir. Well, our organization, the Detroit Youth Choir. We are still working. We are still performing. So just know to look at your TV very soon. We'll be back on TV, and
don't give it away yet. Don't give it away yet.
Oh, okay.
We ain't got to that yet.
Well, just stay tuned
for more great things. All right, perfect. You about to give away all? Listen, man. I don't know what you're gonna do if you ever write a movie, man. You're gonna give away who the killer is in the first 5 minutes of the film.
Hey,
No, man, but yeah, great to have you back. Last time you were on, we talked about the whole America's Got Talent experience. If you guys missed that, you can go to YouTube, search for the Vince Eliot, which is really the Vince Eliot, and look for a picture of my man in his red blazer, and that's going to be the little icon, and you can click on that and watch that show, and you will see all the behind the scenes information. And so, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. So let's work our way to that point, and let's talk about some of the things you all do, kind of when the lights are not on. I mean, you guys are rehearsing. How many choirs do you have? I think you shared that with us last time. So let's kind of pick up from there.
Well, the Detroit Youth Choir is now comprised of 3 choirs. We have the Limelight Choir, which is our beginning choir. We also have the Center Stage Choir, and also our primetime students as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the prime-timers is pretty much, you can't get no higher than those young people. And most of those kids were part of the AGT experience that we endured in LA. But that was 2 years. It's hard to believe that it's 2 years ago, I think this week, that we were there.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Been 2 years already?
2 years.
Yep.
So you said you got the prime time, the center stage, you got all these different choirs. I'm just trying to figure out which choir is for the OGs. Which choir can I get in and be on prime time? I could be, because I just let people know I slipped into a rehearsal and realized that you all had the baritone section, and I felt like I could identify with the baritone, but I didn't see you have, you really didn't have, you didn't direct me to my seat, where I could sit with the baritones. And I don't know if that you just probably forgot. That's probably what it was. It's cool though. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, you know what? We just started an all boys choir.
Oh, awesome.
Yep, it's called the Boys Choir of DYC. And we started it because of Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to do a few songs, just the boys. If you guys are familiar with You Will Know, by Black Men United back in we sung that, and we also did a spiritual with just all boys. So this is something new. This is something new for our organizations to have a boys choir. And hopefully it'll teach young men that yeah, I'm a boy, but I can also get down, with other guys singing in harmony without feeling a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
get
And
ready. Yep.
just making mention of that, you were talking about that
Hmm.
that you did this voice choir for your Black History documentary. You did you let us know that you just released the
It chopped up a little bit on my side.
document
Yeah.
for Black History Month.
You might have to ask that
Can that
question
be
again,
where
Erica.
can viewers find that? And
Say that again, Eric.
Erica, we having some connection issues for some reason. Yep, she's going out, coming right back. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
look, while we got this little break right here, and I'm gonna have Erica go ahead and ask her a question again. On behalf of your wife, since I did meet her,
Oh yeah.
Mr. White,
Yeah.
she's gonna say, wait a minute, this man got braces on. He's chewing gum and he's in an interview. Now you know you wouldn't let your kids get away with that. You
Look,
know
I'm
you are not.
Oh man, I'm a professional now.
Is that right? You can do what you want to do, huh?
Look, when you a professional, like I tell the kids, do not chew gum while singing, right?
Yeah.
They can actually swallow the gum while breathing. And they be like, but Mr. White, you chewing gum. I'm like, because I gotta have my breath. Me, I gotta have,
Oh, anyway, I'm gonna let Erica. I'm gonna let your wife deal with you on that, and I'm gonna let Erica ask her question again because she was freezing up before.
Yes, please.
Oh no, my question was the documentary that you was talking about, the boys are singing in. Where can that be found? You said that DYC has released a Black History document. So where can viewers find that, and how did that come about?
Yes, please go to our YouTube page. Just type in Detroit Youth Choir on YouTube, and you'll be able to see our Black History program. It's called Young, Gifted, and Black. Young,
Gifted, and Black.
Part. I think the boys are on part 2. We did 2 parts, a part 1 and a part 2. So you'll be able to find the boys choir on part 2. And when I tell you these boys are off the hook, it's like
froze. Okay.
I took all the boys from all 3 choirs and put them together.
Oh,
and
wow.
They sound so good. And matter of fact, I might have a couple of performances for just the boys coming up.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think that's always special.
Yes.
And it drives, attention and creativity in everyone, and in particular the guys.
For sure.
You see things that you wouldn't necessarily see because they like, oh, we're in the choir, but when the spotlight is on them, it changes. So yeah.
While it's on my mind, last time you were on, did you? I know you gave us information on if people wanted to, get the choir to come out to their location, what the process was. Did you give us what? Yeah, what was that information?
So they would actually go to our website and go to our contact page. So our website is DetroitYouthChoir.org. And
Okay.
you will go to contact us, and it should be like a email or a phone number. And when they call the phone number, it goes straight. When they put an email in, it goes straight to our email, and our manager, Lavelle Nero, will answer their questions, anything they want. Yep, Lavelle Nero. That's our manager.
Okay. Information's at the bottom of the screen, but they can also go to DetroitYouthChoir.org.
Mm-hmm.
You're assuming that everybody know how to spell Detroit and youth, but if you don't know how to spell Detroit, youth, and choir,
Google it.
Probably shouldn't have the choir. No, I'm just saying. All right, so you got the male choir course going now. You got the OG choir that's about to come up. We'll talk about that another time. Yeah. And then and now you got 3 choirs now, as you stated.
Yeah.
What other things have you all been doing since the last time we spoke?
Well, like Erica said, we have a Black History show that we put out. And you know what, guys, we're doing all of this during COVID, and
Mm,
you know how other choirs have just stopped altogether, and our choir has kept going. I mean, you came to a rehearsal, Vince, and you saw that the cheers were spaced out. All the kids have face shields.
hmm
Um, you know, we practice safety at our rehearsals, so we are able to put out product. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
what's a performing arts company without performing?
exactly. Yeah, and I saw it firsthand. What was pretty amazing was they
Mhm.
had those shields,
Yeah,
those plastic shields all over their face, but their voices came out like they didn't have any shields on
exactly.
because Mr. White demands it. He was like, I need you to, he say, you got to stop. He said, music starts with silence.
Yeah,
Singing starts with silence or
think,
something like that. And
think,
so
I,
he get them focused, get their attention, they get quiet.
mhm.
And then so, and then they were able to roll and really pay attention because teenagers will be teenagers, but
Oh,
he finds a way to corral them in like a herd of cats. I don't know how he does it.
uh,
Right.
you kind of saw my little schisms and isms.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
and they were like, Mr. White, who were those people with the cameras? I was like, man, don't worry about it. Act like they wasn't even there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
we have some very professional young people that they're used to the cameras. They're used to being under surveillance. You know,
hmm
so and also our rehearsals is their only outlet really for some of these kids.
hmm
Yes.
You know,
And definitely now during times like this, that
oh,
is like for real their only outlet.
oh yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
my staff and I, we try to keep them, spaced out real good because we don't want no flack from nobody. Because we represent the state of Michigan, we don't want the governor to come down on us. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
we make sure that we follow all COVID guidelines, and we have the thermometer out front and the face shields. We actually purchased those face shields for our kids.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
Yeah, that was pretty obvious to me because what's the chance of everybody going out and buying the same one? Everybody, they were matching.
yeah,
Yeah. And I can attest to the fact that when I came in, they were like, excuse me, sir, can you, scan, remove your hat? And they scanned me and everything like that. And yeah, they had everything in place. They had the hand sanitizer going on. So I can attest that they are definitely following uh, if Big Gretch is watching, they're following the COVID guidelines, and so they're good to go. And I can tell you, I experienced that choir firsthand, and I was pretty amazed, because you can't really look at somebody and tell if they can sing.
no,
But I'm looking at these kids being teenagers. They're just being kids. They're just talking and laughing. And then he's like, and 1, 2, 3. And they're like, I was like, what? What just happened?
yeah,
Because all of a sudden these mature voices came out.
yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like,
So
Uh-huh,
with that, I
uh-huh.
think go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, what Vince was witnessing was the production aspect of our rehearsal, because we're trying to do a Broadway show where we're doing different shows in one show. So
mm,
Hmm.
I think when Vince was there, we were doing Ain't Misbehaving.
hmm
If you ever heard Ain't Misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you,
hmm
So we were trying to figure out who was going to do the solo, who was going to sing the big parts and in the small parts. So it's a process, y'all. It's a long, hard process.
That's a part of the work. That's a part of how you got to AGT because of the long, hard drawn process.
hmm
Yeah.
And now that you've been there,
Hmm.
let the viewers know who is Anthony White.
Who is?
Great question.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I am a father. Um, I'm the only child. I'm a son. My mother and father raised a pretty good guy. I'm a real laid back guy. People don't like what they saw on TV. That was really me. I mean, I didn't know what to say. I was just real laid back, and everybody was like, "Man, you should actually live here in LA," And
Wow.
yeah, because they thought that I was so laid back that I could be part of the culture there, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm just a young kid from the west side of Detroit, married, got a daughter. I love video games. I love watching movies, and I love teaching young people. Even though I'm at the status or whatever status people put me at, I still teach at a school.
Mm.
You know, and it's not for monetary. The monetary is good, but I just love how kids think, and I think that's what's keeping me young. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 41, so
I don't know. I was gonna say, man, I see that either it snowed or
Uh,
you-
uh, hey, look, this is AGT right here, y'all.
is
That's
that what it is? Well, I got my share of it too, so
yeah. It looks
I can
good.
relate.
It looks good on us, man. But
That's
I'm just
wisdom.
a guy,
It
Erica.
is.
Guy. I just love to have fun. I love to eat. So I love soul food. Um, I don't like I don't really like listening to the rap and everything that's out now. I listen to classical music, like Negro spirituals and stuff, to kind of wind me down.
Mm.
And I'm just a fun loving guy. I don't have any enemies, so I'm just who I am.
Well,
And that
you don't have any enemies, but I'm telling you, relationships can be a little strained when people don't get in the choir, and in the was it the one I'm trying to get in the prime time?
Ah,
he's
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, we got
oh
we got we
yeah.
got to work on that, man, because I'm starting to feel some kind of way, about not being invited to sing with the baritones while I was there.
Check
But
it out. I caught a lot of flack from the way we did our tiers. I caught a,
Yeah.
caught a lot of flack, but at the end of the day, the kids are still learning. Uh,
hmm
It doesn't matter which choir they're in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to kind of push that into the parents' head.
And
Like,
that's yeah,
that's a tough one.
that's always a tough one there because I was just gonna add to that question is like now that you've gotten this and I asked that question to reference like now you have all these changes going on that has taken place um with DYC and just the growth of it and things like that. How has your relationship with your members or their parents has it changed? Have it gotten better or worse? How has that gone?
well, um, the funniest thing that our parents tell me, and I laugh at it every time I hear it. They say it's not a family atmosphere no more. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean a family atmosphere? We're still the same group. We're still the same choir. You know what I'm saying? So when the parents say that, it kind of is kind of disrespectful because I'm like, we're still the same choir, but we just had to change because the way the world is now. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like we can't we have to do COVID screenings and things like that. Before we didn't have to do that, you know.
Right.
And if they don't complete the COVID screen, they cannot get in rehearsal.
hmm
By them getting booted out of rehearsal because they didn't do the screen, it's like you guys are changing. You guys
Yeah, change is
are
inevitable.
enemy, huh?
Yeah, it's inevitable. You got to have change.
You, you,
Yeah,
you have to have,
you have to have it.
in order for us to grow, we have to change a few of the things that we do. And when people say Mr. White change, I'm still the same guy. I just don't take no stuff no more. Like before, I used to take a lot of flack, but now I'm like, okay, you can leave then. You
Right.
know, that's kind of how it is. Like if you feel this way, you must not want to be here no more. You know, so we just put it to the parents like that, and we get a lot of backlash for it. But hey, it is what it is, y'all.
Well,
Um,
you know how parents feel about their children.
oh,
We think our baby is supposed to do all the solos, and they the best singer ever, no matter if they can't carry a tune across the street.
and,
But
and Vince, check it out. You know what's crazy? My daughter is in the choir,
mhm.
and she don't get all the solos.
Oh,
And
because the minute you give her back-to-back solos, they head gonna pop off. Oh, see, I knew it.
yeah,
Nepotism.
but you know what? She have to work for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't get anything for free. And she be like, dang, some of the kids be like, dang, Mr. White, how come you didn't take your daughter to LA to do the Kelly Clarkson show? I said, I didn't want to take her. I took these two people. So
Mm.
she don't really get the perks and stuff of being my daughter. She have to work for it like any other kid.
And she might be getting a lot of times, especially like when I see coaches who coach their own son or daughter or whatever,
Right.
sometimes they're harder on them just to make sure I have to be harder on you so people won't think that I'm
Yeah.
showing you favoritism.
Exactly.
So, well, I want to get to the main thing, the big announcement. And we're going to do that shortly. We're going to talk about this exciting news and what DYC is doing. And we're going to do that right after this short little break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're with Anthony White, Mr. Anthony White of the Detroit Youth Choir. He is the director. And you may be familiar with him from being on America's Got Talent, where they rocked it, represented the D well, very well. And he's going to come back with this big announcement. In the meantime, make sure that you're subscribing. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you're going to YouTube and looking up the Vince Eliot and doing all those things I just named. We'll be back right after this. Hey, everybody. Vince Eliot saying thank you for tuning in. Real quick, I wanted to invite you to become partners with us and contribute to our success. Our success is your success. One way that you can do that is by subscribing to our YouTube page, The Vince Eliot. Click on the notification so that you are notified when we go live or upload new content. Secondly, please share this broadcast with your family, friends, contacts, Craig and them, Cud and them, share with everybody. Lastly, you can contribute to the success of the broadcast with a financial contribution of only $1.25 a week, $5 a month, or $60 contribution for the year by using the Cash App information that's on the screen, $ live with Vince Eliot. So thank you for helping us to bring information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs to the world. Oh. Thank you. Hey, everybody, it's Vince Eliot. Listen, if you or someone you know has information, education, inspiration, motivation, even if they can bring the fun and you think they would be a great fit for Live with Vince Eliot, we are always looking for interesting guests with interesting topics, whether they're in the arts or whether they're doing some form of business. We want to hear from you. All you got to do is contact us at thevinceeliot@gmail.com. You never know. You could be our next guest. We are back. It is another fine episode of Live with Vince Eliot. I am Vince Eliot.
And she is Erica Mack.
Yeah, she's Erica Mack. Today we're back with Anthony White of the Detroit Youth Choir. We're talking about what is going on with Mr. White, what is going on with the Youth Choir, and he has a big announcement. We are not going to delay any longer. Mr. White, what in the world is on the table for the Detroit Youth, you and the Detroit Youth Choir?
Well,
Oh, wait a minute. Stop. Hold up. It broke up. All right. Go for it again.
Okay, I was saying that we are in the midst of having our own series, our docu-series and a scripted show series on Disney Plus.
Wow.
Yay!
Yeah. Representing the D, about to hit the screen. Okay, all right. Disney Plus. And so tell us more about that. When is that coming about? What's the show going to be about? You know, all of that.
Okay, so the unscripted show is going to be pretty much a docu-series, like following me around, following the choir around to different performances, kind of looking backstage, doing some backstage work, and kind of really interviewing the staff to see where their point of view is with the choir. Pretty much getting to know some of the parents. some of the kids, things like that. And the name of that show is going to be entitled Choir.
Choir, simply put. Huh?
Just simply put, Choir. And our scripted show, however, is
Two shows.
Yes, it's 2 shows. Our scripted show is going to be like a Fame or a Glee.
Oh,
Glee.
I'm just
people,
those are-
yeah.
yeah. So it's going to be about a man that has a dream of being a director. He has a pregnant wife. It's kind of like my life, but fictional. You
hmm
Okay.
and he's going to have like a guardian. I can't really give it all away, but there's going to be like people in this choir that's involved in gangs and different things like that. Maybe special needs kids, and you got the bully, you got the
hmm
good kid, you got the
The
all
same
type,
kid.
yeah, you got the straight and narrow guy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
there you go.
you got the Bible, you got the Jesus kid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're
hmm
gonna have all of these characters inside of a choir. I think it's like the Detroit concert chorus or something. Um,
hmm
it's a straight take off of DYC though. But the showrunner, I'm sorry, the showrunner is the same showrunner that's over Queen Sugar on OWN Network.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yep, his name is Anthony Sparks. Uh,
Okay.
Anthony Sparks is a great writer, guys. He took my story and kind of flipped it and made it into like this superhero superhero type movie. I mean, TV show about a choir director. And it's going to be real sweet. The way they explained it is going to be real sweet.
Oh, that's awesome. So do you like with these were these visions that you had for the choir as a whole, or like were these visions that were created and said, hey, and brought to you as an opportunity?
Mm.
Well, yeah. Blumhouse Productions actually reached out to me last summer, and pretty much we've been talking for the whole year. And the end result is Disney Plus, because they're the only network that is willing to pick up both shows. And
Oh, okay.
just to have an African American choir, like what youth choir do you know have their own like show? I mean,
hmm
Right.
especially in the city of Detroit.
Right.
And remember, we came from as my brother-in-law says, we came from the bottom, like the gutter.
Started at the bottom. Now we're
Oh,
here.
yes,
Uh-huh.
we used to rehearse in basements, and I used to have to beg people to let DYC in the building,
Mm.
and
Right.
have our own rehearsal location, which is temporary, but we're right now it's our home. So I'm very grateful for that.
So let me
Well,
ask this: um, the scripted show.
Yes.
So are they going to have the choir going to have an opportunity to audition for some of those parts? Or?
Oh, well, I'm glad
great question.
that's a great question. So, the deal is, the deal is, some of our kids might actually have the opportunity to be a Hollywood actor
Wow.
by them just doing the docuseries.
Mm.
So if the kids see, we have some people that's like, oh, are they getting paid? Listen, your child might not be getting paid. However,
hmm
there might be a door open where they can be a Hollywood actor, or they can be spotted on the show and maybe
Yeah.
be in a Broadway show. You get what I'm saying? So
hmm
there's a lot of opportunities for our kids, and I just want people to see past the financial,
hmm
because we're not going to I'm personally going to make sure our kids are good to go. You know what I'm saying? Um, Even though we're a nonprofit organization and we don't compensate kids. However, if Disney say, I have a Raven Simone show and I need 2 of your kids, guess what? we got 2 kids in the choir. They might want to audition,
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be their separate career though.
Do you think that's an opportunity? Speaking of, you're talking about opportunities, because DYC is definitely an opportunity as kids enter in now, and that you've done the groundwork and you've gotten your name out there. Definitely. Like for kids that's like joining and things like that, or the kids that are there. And now that you have this opportunity,
Yeah.
I think this kind of goes along, kind of like what we did, tie into our last week's show about parents preparing your kid. Don't look to DYC, but preparing your kid for those opportunities when they come. So what is your experience with that? Or I'll run it back and not say experience. What do you tell parents when it comes to that? Like, hey, this is where you can help prepare your kid for an
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yes.
she froze. You froze it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did.
So, DYC is a place where young people can get that groundwork. Like I look at DYC as being like a professional platform. If you want your kids to excel in life, put your child in DYC, and guess what? The music will take them there.
Yes.
Because remember, I don't know if I told you guys, but I had kids in my choir that couldn't sing a lick. I'm talking about terrible. But they wound up with 4-year college scholarships and voice.
Wow.
Yes. I had a kid that just he's not a kid no more. He's about 23, 20 something. He had brain surgery, right? And it prevented him from hearing. So I was on his head all the time he was in DYC, and he wound up getting a scholarship to Central State University.
Amazing.
Wow.
And graduated with a music scholarship. So it's all about I tell the parents, it's all about what you want for your child,
So here's the thing.
You
taking kids who cannot sing.
Oh yeah. It's a lot.
And getting them to the point where they can get a scholarship to sing.
College.
And you're telling the parents that they gotta help these kids. So listen, my father's 87 years old. I'm his son.
Yeah.
He get me prepared. I come to the DYC. Yeah. You could take me from where I am. Boom. I blow up. I'm in Hollywood. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, yeah. Is that what we talking? I get my
now
private
you're
lessons.
Making burgers.
See, right now I'm making lettuce. I'm washing lettuce.
I mean, when I tell you these kids, so the thing about DYC is we've taken so many kids with this much talent, and by the time they leave, their talent has expanded like this much. And it's the way that I direct and teach. I mean, Vince, you kind of saw what I do. That was just a little bit. The power that I actually have is when the kids finally learn the song, I know how to tweak it and kind of turn different things to make it sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I do. And that's why I believe God has blessed me with the gift that I have.
Well, I tell you what, one thing that I was impressed with, and I've witnessed this when I was there, is that he would give them a line one time. It's like he'll play it on the key, play the key, give them their key, or they'll listen to it on the off of the phone, the recording through some speakers. He'd be like, okay, and they got the sheet music, and he'd do it one time. He's like, okay, you got it? Okay, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have it. Run that back. and sure enough, man, they would sing that stuff. And not only did he give it to them one time, but these are teenagers. So what are they doing? You're like, oh girl, oh yeah, we got it. And then boom, and I was like, but they didn't seem like they was paying attention,
right?
And it was amazing to see.
They were there. Our kids are our prime timers. So our prime timers are a little bit different than our center stagers.
Mm-hmm.
Our prime timers are the veterans. They've been on TV.
Oh,
They've been in
practice.
movies. Are like they feel comfortable with me in the way I direct. But if you come to a center stage rehearsal, they're all sitting like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
they don't have a word to say. But our prime timers, the world would get to know our prime timers because they're so comfortable. They think that they know it all.
They do. You didn't know that.
Right, right, right. So I just put them to the test, Vince. I say, listen, I'm about to play it one time, and if you don't get it, I'm going to the next person. That's how I work. If you don't get
Wow.
it, you gotta go.
You're gonna be riding the bench.
Bye. I'll be like, bye. You know. Today was a day where I told my Limelight choir that if you guys don't come in here next week with energy, you will not do choreography
Wow.
for a long time. All they want to do is dance, you know.
Right.
No,
Mm-hmm.
you got to learn the vocals first. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Can't move without it. Or you can, but then you should just dance to enjoy the dance troupe, not the choir.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know,
So
yeah, go ahead, Vince.
no, finish your statement.
I was going to say, I told them I would take your show away for May, for the month of May, and they were like crying and all of this stuff. And I was like, I'm crazy enough to do it, y'all. So y'all come in here and hit me with all you got. Hit me with everything. That's all. And that's all I want.
So what shows you got coming up in the near future?
So, like I was saying, in May, we have our Limelight show. It's called, what is this show called? Oh, Sound of Hope. A Sound of Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Then in June, guys, we have Black on Broadway. Black on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be, that's what the center stage and the prime timers are rehearsing for right now.
Okay.
And also, we have a summer program that's going to be a free program. Well, not a free program. I think we'll take a little registration, but it's not going to be that much. You know what I'm saying? And then Disney Plus filming in the fall, and the rest is history.
Now,
So
are they? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, for these shows, are they virtual? Are they in person? And how can people either donate or get tickets to them?
Well, I would say stay tuned to our social media, which is at DYC Official. That's Instagram and Twitter. And also we have DetroitYouthChoir.org. We will post some flyers letting people know how to and when to donate. And I believe we're going to do like a hybrid show where it's going to be half virtual, half in person.
Okay.
You know, because the kids want to perform in front of people, not a camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Or both. You know, as a producer, you know, you can't hate on the cameras now. And the cameras got to be there too.
No, they want the camera, but it's the energy from the audience that the kids are looking for. Yeah.
That's how we survived America's Got Talent, y'all. It was 3,000 people in that theater every night.
Yeah.
So
want to hear, there go my baby.
Yeah.
You're like, yes.
You know, I don't want to keep y'all long, but the best sound was when we heard the audience go DYC. When we heard that from 3,000 people, guys.
Oh my goodness.
That's how we got that stellar performance out the kids, because they was like, man, they chanting our name.
Oh man.
It was like Rocky.
So are you guys are you still doing any traveling, going to different cities and things like that? Planning to do any performances and kind of like what she said, are there going to be people there?
Well, yeah. Our biggest thing right now is to at least get these 2 shows out the way. And then I would love to travel. I would love to do Disney World for our kids.
Uh-oh. Put it out there. Put it out there then.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Mr. Lavelle to arrange the Disney World performance for the summer.
Yeah.
Especially since we're going to be opening up our season with Disney Plus. Why not perform in Disney, right? In Disney.
There it is.
You know,
I like it.
I'm sure that opened the door right there.
Yeah.
It's right there. But let me know, because I love Disney World. I just want to just be there.
Y'all probably need some chaperones.
Yeah.
You need your own production crew. That'll do it right there. If you bring your own production crew, me and Erica and a few others will be there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I mean, it wouldn't be nothing to get a little charter, to get a little, I'll take 25 kids there and do maybe 10 songs,
You could take the whole group, because Disney brings the whole group.
They got the money. Yeah.
The whole band be there. That's what I love about Disney, like seeing other schools and people and their performance and their groups and things, like just anywhere you walk in within the park. So I would love to see that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Matter of fact, y'all gave me a great idea with that. I'm going to get on the phone in a minute and get with my manager and see if he can arrange that for the summer.
Yeah. The show starts filming in the fall, you said?
Yes. So they want to do the auditions all the way through the whole year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you won't have any filming going on before the fall there?
They said they might come and do a little bit of filming here and there, but I'm not really expecting them until September or August, something like that. Okay.
All right.
Love it. Thank you.
Sounds good. Just remember,
you heard it here.
I got 2 enrolls I'm looking for. One is I want to be in that baritone section. And then the second is when you need that local production team, you already know who to call. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our time. If you are watching us on the replay, thank you for watching as well. And if you watched us live, we recognize that the numbers that we see pop up on the screen does not accurately reflect how many people are actually watching, because there's a lot of people that just, watch and don't click and it doesn't register. So thank you for watching. We know you're there, and we appreciate Mr. White for coming on today. Thanking you again for coming and sharing with us, giving us the inside scoop. So you can't get this scoop just anywhere. You can get it on Live with Vince Eliot. I guarantee you will not turn on another live streaming. At least we can work that out. And hear the information that you heard here today.
Not on this personal level.
That's right. That's right. If you want to get more information about the DYC, then go ahead and go to their website. You saw the information on the screen. We can put it back up. DetroitYouthChoir.org, and then you got the @DYOfficial for their social media content. And if you're looking to get them, Gerald is a pastor of a church, and he has his own church, and he's looking interested in having you guys come. And so, he's going to reach out to you, I'm sure. And other than that, that's our show. Any last words from you, sir?
Just as a community, let's continue to support these young people. They work so hard. I know I'm hard on them, but I let them have fun, and I let them be kids. Yeah. So just keep supporting these young people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's our time. So we're going to go ahead and let you go. And if you would, please hang on for just a couple minutes backstage, and we will get with you in a second. Wait a minute, Erica, I got to go out and with our right music. I got to hook it up, because that's that in case you want to get your bankhead bounce on. That's what they call it in Atlanta, bankhead bounce, I think.
Is that what it is?
Well, that's probably from back in the day. I'm showing my age. I ain't heard bankhead bounce in probably over 20 years. But at any rate, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week. You know what? I think I want to leak a little bit of an announcement, just a little bit. We may be going to straight up audio podcast. Not that we're going to eliminate this, but I'm just saying we may be adding that. So stay tuned. We just may be doing that. We had a little conversation about it, so we'll let you know. Erica, any thoughts, last words?
Last words. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. But always remember that we are nothing without God, and this show is absolutely nothing without you. And to please return next week at 7:55 as
That's
we
right.
need you to like us, share, and
We want to be
follow us
liked.
on
We need you to like us.
YouTube at the Vince Eliot. And also, next week I will not be here, but somebody will be here in my stead, and I will catch you all the following week. So don't be surprised if you don't see me. I am having a procedure, so I will be out. So there you go.
Yeah, but she'll be fine. And don't
I'll be
forget,
fine, but
yeah.
I just want the viewers to know when they don't see me, like, where is she? Oh my gosh, she abandoned Vince. I want them to know that I did not abandon you.
So listen, I want to remind you guys that we do covet your support as well as your in many ways, but definitely financially as well. So please go to Cash App, $ live with Vince Eliot, 1L, 1T and Eliot, or you can hit us off the Zelle with the Vince at ngpnow.com, and make sure that you support this show so we can keep this show going. It does cost us something to keep this show going. So we look for your support. Do it now. Do it now. Go ahead and put whatever you're going to put in there, and do it now before you forget, because I guarantee you later you'll forget. So whether you're going to put in a little or a lot, we always like to say no amount is too small, no amount is too small. And definitely what?
No amount is too
No amount is too big. That's our show. Peace.